Wow, and we can't wait for season 2 and then season 3 and then go on and on and on and on.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, buddy.
मनाली में घर लेंगे कास्टिंग क्रू वहाँ पे
I
अंदर
love how finally I'm getting to know him so I can slightly come a little closer. He's not as intimidating as he is on screen, guys. Hello. What's up, guys? I'm your host and popcorn buddy Chinmay Sharma, aka Scuba Chino, and welcome to yet another fun-filled episode of Starstruck. Joining me today is the super talented cast of Andheki 2. So allow me to introduce, buddy, Surya Sharma. I'm going to literally just take a little seat. I'm really intimidated with this guy, man. Oh my God. It's Surya Sharma. It's the lovely Aanchal and Dibyendu Bhattacharya. Guys, what's up? Welcome.
Welcome, thank you.
First of all, thank you so much for taking the time out to do this, guys. I'm a fan of all three of you. I've been consuming a lot of content with all three of you. In fact, the first episode of Starstruck, you were there. So thank you for being my return guest. But buddy, I'm going to start off with you, Surya. You're a badass. I'm not going to lie. Every time I see you on screen, my toes curl up a little bit. But what I want to ask you is a lot of effort goes into these characters, I'm guessing. Do you at any point have a backstory in your head that you make with the director कि यार अगर इतना badass बंदा है बचपन में he must have been bullied or must have been sexually assaulted or must have hurt little animals. कभी आपके do you build a backstory of your characters?
Yeah, I do this with every character of mine and it really helps you क्योंकि मेरी स्टडी और जो मेरी लर्निंग है वो यही बोलती है कि आपको अपने कैरेक्टर की हर एक डिटेल का पता होना चाहिए लाइक हाउ इज गोना ड्रिंक और ईट और मे बी इज गोइंग टू वॉशरूम वो कैसे जाता होगा सो एवरी सिंगल डिटेल एंड देन बैक स्टोरी तो बनती है बट देन मुझे ये लगता है कि आपको बतानी नहीं चाहिए क्योंकि अदरवाइज पीपल गोना जज यू एंड आई डोंट जज माई कैरेक्टर्स अगर मैं जज कर लूँगा तो आई एम नॉट डूइंग प्रॉपर जस्टिस टू माई कैरेक्टर सब स्मूथ है एंड
And did you get a little bit of Tony Montana inside you?
नो मेरा आइडिया वो नहीं था
इससे लो तुम लोग हैं.
no. So उधर दूसरा है ना इधर इंडियन है पी बी बी
It's the Indian version. It's the Indian version.
Yeah.
Wow, and we can't wait for season 2 and then season 3 and then go on and on and on and on. Fingers crossed, buddy.
मनाली में घर लेंगे कास्टिंग क्रू वहाँ पे
I
अंदर
love how finally I'm getting to know him so I can slightly come a little closer. He's not as intimidating as he is on screen, guys. Acha, I'm going to come to you now. I remember asking you this when we were talking about Ye Kali Kali Aankhein, that your transition from a young girl to the young woman that you became was slightly quick, maybe in an episode and a half. Here in season 1, it's very gradual. You see uncover layers of Teji and then the finale where you're finally driving.
Right.
What can we expect from Teji in season 2 and do we see a massive change in a character?
The character won't change, but the inner layers would start coming out. And what's interesting about Teji is that what she is going through, what is going to happen, she has never imagined that in her life. But this is where the strength of Teji comes across, where she says that no, I will not take this. Now that you've dragged me into this, I will try and mold things according to my way. And she's not this powerful girl. She doesn't have anybody by her side.
Right.
So it's interesting to see that how gradually she's going to change into somebody, or whether she doesn't change, or whether does she do anything also about it or not. The kind of emotions Teji is going through,
Right.
I think any woman relates to that. And when you still come out of it, you feel that maybe this is what is woman's strength.
Is this the most empowering role you've had in your career? Do you
Absolutely,
arguably, yeah?
because you know
Teji.
why she does. As I said in the beginning, she doesn't have power on her hand. She has a deep sense of morality, so that's
Right.
her only strength. So how just उसको पकड़ के वो किस तरीके से she is going to fight the powerful system. So that's how I relate Teji to.
That's fantastic. I mean, when I communicate with you actors, it's so good to see. Because when we're sitting, right, I'm not a student of cinema, I'm not a student of theatre. You sit and see these angles that you guys say. You just said a couple of things, and it blows my mind that you guys don't just come and act, right? You've been a stalwart, Sir Dibyendu ji. I'm a huge fan, and especially here as Inspector Ghosh. Oh, sorry. DSP. You guys watch the show, you'll get the internal joke. He keeps correcting people, but you have been doing this for years now, right? I mean, since the days of Dev D, I remember, Maqbool. Is there a role that you have not played, or is there a role that you're dying to play? Like, is there ऐसा कोई किरदार जो आप लगता है ये करना है मुझे, I want to test myself with this?
ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, मतलब मैं जानता हूँ अपने आप को, और एज एन एक्टर मैं अपने आप को जहाँ तक पहचानता हूँ कि मैं परत दर परत खोलना पसंद करता हूँ अपने आप को.
Right.
तो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स दैट आई वांट टू प्ले, एंड इवेंचुअली आई एम वर्किंग ऑल्सो राइट नाउ, सो इट विल कम, it will eventually come, those characters, and finger crossed, and I will perform those characters, but I always believe in like going somehow deep into the character and crawling down to the character and peeling up the onions, and उसके रूट में जाने की कोशिश करता हूँ हर एक किरदार में. सो ऑडियंस को वो होप सीजन 1 में आया था कि ये जब रिंकू जब आता है सीन में तब लगता है कि कुछ गंदा होने वाला है, कुछ डिवास्टेटिंग होने वाला है. ये आदमी जब आता है तो लगता है कि एक होप है, अभी भी ये बचा लेगा सबको. सो ये जो गेम है, ये जो गेम चल रहा है, इस गेम और ये भी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है कि ये आदमी जो है, ये आदमी बिल्कुल ही इज एन एलियन, ही इज लाइक एलिस इन वंडरलैंड. ये एक ऐसा लैंड में आके पहुंचा जिस लैंड में ये लैंड में फिट ही नहीं करता है. सो अभी आप देखिए कि ये जाके सीजन 2 में क्या करता है, क्या फ्लरिश करता है, बिकॉज नाउ ही हैज बर्डन, extra burden in his head.
Wow, and I can't wait to see how your character unfolds in season 2 for sure. Buddy, I'm going to ask you, Surya, are you a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise films at all?
Yeah, I've seen, I think, first 3 films.
First season, you've seen Tokyo Drift, because
Tokyo
you've done
Drift.
something ridiculous at the end of season 1, which I found out that you've done without a stunt coordinator and absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know if you guys have seen the finale, where you're driving a Fortuner on the ghats और आपने ड्रिफ्ट किया है पहले बात तो इतनी बड़ी गाड़ी को in front of an ambulance. How? What's up?
Again, it's in the blood.
It's in the blood.
So the beauty of that scene is, मेरे डैड काफ़ी टाइम से कोशिश कर रहे थे कि जब हम मनाली में थे तो कि वो होम टाउन से हमारे सेट पे आए और शूट देख सके. एंड लकीली वो सीन शूट नहीं होना था और वो उस दिन आ गया, और डैड पहुंचे थे और कॉल आ गया कि ओके लेट्स डू दिस. एंड वो आई थिंक सर भी बताएंगे, मतलब वो एक टेक था और वो एक टेक ही था क्योंकि गाड़ी वाले को पता नहीं था क्या होने वाला है. एंड देन मैंने वो किया, एंड आई थिंक वो फर्स्ट टाइम था मेरे लिए जब ऑन सेट क्लैप हुआ था. एंड माई डैड इज लाइक, अरे इसने मुझसे सीखा है, ही इज सो लाउड देयर. और माय मॉम इज लाइक, अरे बस करो बेटा काम पे है.
Anchal, I'm going to take a second to breathe and digest that and then come back to you. But look, again, coming back to Teji, I want to ask you with Teji, because it's so different from who you probably are in real life. Do you find yourself taking a few traits home with you and kind of saying, yeah, this is Teji. Anchal, stop it. This is Teji.
That Teji was a very relatable character for me. I saw a lot of traits in her as very normal things that, a normal girl, how the way I've been brought up.
Right.
I am sort of used to picking up on challenging roles.
Okay.
At least that's what I want to do mentally.
Right.
So something that comes very hard to you enjoy that. And Teji was not very difficult to understand, and that is the reason why I couldn't get into the character very quickly. Like for instance, getting into Purva was easier for me than
Really?
getting into Teji's role.
You can be that compulsive person.
No, because I knew that I have to leave myself to be in somebody else. Obviously, I have.
Right.
वो ज़्यादा easy होता है, लेकिन अगर आपको कोई बोले ना कि you have to behave like yourself, you get very conscious that how am I? How do I sit? Oh, what do I think?
My hands.
Yeah, what do I do?
तो बात दरअसल वही है कि मतलब एवरीथिंग कम्स फ्रॉम यू. मतलब ये कोई भूतिया खेल नहीं है कि आप किसी एक्टर के अंदर घुस जाते हैं, किसी कैरेक्टर के अंदर घुस जाते हैं, वो आपके अंदर घुस जाता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. राम भी आप हो, रावण भी आप हो, बट यू हैव टू नर्चर दैट इनर साइड ऑफ रावण, सो देन रावण विल कम. यू हैव टू नर्चर द इनर साइड ऑफ Ram in you, it will come. So everybody, you are only transforming to a pedophile, to a rapist, to a saint, to a everything. You are only you. So you have to know yourself, and you have to first basically identify those emotions with the character. जो है उसको ले लो और जो नहीं है उसको अडॉप्ट कर लो।
Wow. And do you think that, I mean, like I told you, since the days of Dev D and Maqbool, I've been just admiring your work, and it's impossible because every time I see you, I'm like, how this man can't get better. And then you slap me in the face and say, haha, I told you so. Trust me, and I know humility is one of your strong suits. I'm going to say it for you that you just keep getting better. Do you think somehow this is because of your extensive background in theatre? क्योंकि आपने बहुत theatre किया है back in the day.
या ऑफ कोर्स स्टेज इज द मदर ऑफ एक्टिंग। तो अगर आपने स्टेज में काम किया और स्टेज को आप अच्छी तरह से समझ सकते हैं तो आपको पता चलेगा व्हाट इज द इम्पोर्टेंट ऑफ द फोर्थ वॉल। कैमरे यहाँ खड़े हैं, इज द फोर्थ वॉल, वो ऑडियंस बैठे हुए हैं। दरअसल बात यह है कि मैं एनएसडी रेपर्टरी कंपनी में, एनएसडी खत्म होने के बाद रेपर्टरी कंपनी है हमारी, वहाँ मैंने काम किया था। वहाँ प्रोफेशनल थिएटर्स करते थे। तो जब थिएटर फेस्टिवल होता था तो मान लीजिए कि दिन में 3 थिएटर है, 3 प्लेज होने हैं। एक मॉर्निंग शो है, एक मैटनी शो है, एक इवनिंग शो है। तीनों डिफरेंट प्लेज है। तीनों डिफरेंट प्लेज में मैं मेन लीड कर रहा हूँ। सो यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि मैं 2 घंटे का एक प्ले करने के बाद ब्रेक, उसके बाद और एक प्ले में घुसता हूँ, उसमें भी मैं दूसरा कैरेक्टर कर रहा हूँ, फिर फाइनली एक कैरेक्टर करके मैं निकल के घर जा रहा हूँ। तो सो ये स्विच, ये प्रैक्टिस।
बट वो when you go home, aren't you dazed, sir? Because आपने दिन में ये किया है, शाम को ये किया, रात को ये किया है. Didn't you like want, like he said, a big stiff drink and sit down?
Of course, पार्टी तो बनती है. You feel that, oh, कब जाके मैं वो Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
अपने आप से.
I love that. I love that. And guys, I hope you all had a great time because I had an absolute blast. And for lots more on auto, sports, lifestyle and entertainment, log on to manslife.in.